Frightfest. I'm guessing this is a place where you've been, for a few years.
I've never had the opportunity to come here before. It's always been incredibly important to me as a kind of as an event, something that I've always paid attention to, always known about, even from growing up, and kind of being first interested in cinema and genre cinema. So it really overwhelming, and really happy to be here. Yeah.
And I mean, we're here for broadcasting Intrusion, which started, sort of started life at this festival, as part of the New Blood scheme. So how does it feel to now be back here, about to screen it on the IMAX screen, no less?
It's amazing, really. Like I said, it's kind of like really overwhelming, but it feels like full circle right in a way, like the fact that broadcast Signal Intrusion kind of wouldn't exist without Frightfest as a feature film, and to be here now about to see it. I think this is the first time it's been shown at a cinema ever. It's been at a few festivals, but this is its first proper premiere, and it's just an honour, really. Yeah, it's an honour. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a world premiere at South by Southwest, and then it's recently screened at Fantasia. What have you found the fan reaction's been to the film?
It's been really interesting, because I think it's a film that's purposefully ambiguous and purposefully kind of like divisive as well, in terms of like it's tapping into a lot of kind of, or I hope it is, cultural anxiety, but that maybe it doesn't necessarily offer the catharsis that some genre cinema does, and like I said, that's kind of with purpose, but it means that I think it's going to cause a lot of conversation and a lot of argument, but I really wouldn't have it any other way. That's what we wanted to do, so it's going to be really interesting to see the reactions, and they've been great so far, overwhelmingly positive, a lot of discussion, a lot of argument, so exactly what we wanted. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, as a writer, what is your process? Where did the idea for this come from?
Right. Well, so I wrote it with my writing partner Tim, who's in Vancouver and can't be here, and we were kind of obsessed with a number of different little things about 6 years ago. One of which was the Max Headroom incident, which is a kind of famous Chicago incident where a kind of broadcast pirate hijacked a TV signal dressed as Max Headroom. He performed a series of like strangely uncanny movements and screaming, and said a bunch of non sequitur kind of like stuff, and then disappeared off the airwaves. It's never been solved. No one ever found out who did it. It's terrifying to watch. And like my 10-year-old cousin told me about it at Christmas one year, and I was like, okay, it was at Christmas Eve, and then that Christmas Eve was just me till 4 a.m. in the morning, just like, gonna watch it one more time even though I'm terrified. And then there's a bunch of other like weird little analog video rabbit holes we went down. We were also kind of really into, and still are, kind of 70s paranoid cinema, so like the parallax view and the conversation especially, and that kind of, that idea of kind of, I don't know, that the ambiguous nature of kind of 70s thrillers we really were into. And then we kind of wanted to write a little bit about that period of between like 1999 and 2001, and the kind of, and the way that like, I don't know, like something like 9/11 was a kind of broadcast intrusion in its own way. Sudden, random, horrifying imagery broadcast to us, and we didn't know what to do with that information, and then we tried to spot patterns in things to help it make sense. So it was a combination of all of those different things, really. Yeah.
And obviously, you guys, you sat there and you wrote it, and now you're seeing it on the screen. How is it to sort of see, your words brought to life? Because it's a very visual film as much as it is a wordy film.
It's unbelievable, really, and quite uncanny in its own weird way, because it's such a kind of specific film, and quite quite idiosyncratic, and kind of like and precisely kind of, it was kind of, when we wrote it, it was precisely what was in our heads at the time. To see it brought to life in such a vivid and kind of and similarly precise way is such a strange, like, out-of-body experience, because it only ever existed in your head. And then we weren't on set, and we, because it was filming in Chicago and we're here in the UK, so to suddenly just see it was like, again, it was like kind of like a broadcast intrusion of its own kind, really. It was amazing, because they've done an incredible job. And
obviously now the film's out in the world, have you guys started cooking up what's next?
Yeah, always hustling for what's next all the time for the last decade or so. And our motto has always been just to kind of like get your head down and do your work, like, and to not really think too much about what are we writing this for, who are we writing this for, will this sell, will this not? Because with broadcast Signal Intrusion, the stuff that we'd done beforehand was so different. It was nothing like this, and we'd kind of we'd got a little bit of momentum in the kind of the British film industry, making some shorts and stuff that were nothing like this. And it was probably a bad career move to just go, let's write a weird existential paranoid 70s thriller instead. But we've just felt it was right, and now it's led to this. So I think for us, it's just going to keep working, write the next thing. We've got some TV projects kind of in the very early stages of kind of discussions, same with some film stuff. So we'll just see which lands first, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, enjoy your screening.
Thanks so much.